Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a very special casted game because we've got Beastyqt here, playing as the Holy Roman Empire, facing Donquiox? I have no clue how to pronounce this name, but it's DeMuslim. DeMuslim on a, I'm not sure if this is a Smurf or his main account renamed, but either way, this is DeMuslim. He's going to be playing the Marlians today. Marlians, they did get a little bit of a change in the most recent patch, which, I mean, that's got to be a couple weeks ago now. So, I mean, not so much of a new patch anymore, but still, civilization still being figured out. Obviously, the Marlians did receive some Farimba nerfs, so maybe we see a little bit of a landmark switch up today. We're gonna have to see, but for the time being, DeMuslim gonna be opening up here with 4 houses around that pit mine. We're on the map Dry Arabia today. Quite a nice matchup here for DeMuslim. Marlians obviously have the Musofadi warriors. And the Musofadi warriors do counter quite a lot of what the Holy Roman Empire have. Holy Roman Empire love their men-at-arms. They love their knights. Which, both of those are heavy units. And the Marlians, they're great at countering those units, especially with the Musofadi. I don't know whether you'd call them a buff or a nerf, but they've been reworked. And basically they do better versus their counter. Or no, they do better versus what they're supposed to counter, but they're a little bit weaker overall. So, I mean, in this matchup, I would say it's a bit of a buff for the Marlians, because Holy Roman Empire, lots of heavily armored units. That's exactly what you want your units to be countering, those heavy units. So we're gonna have to see how this does for DeMuslim. But Beastyqt over here, about to be aging up. I need a little bit of food away. It's got to be the Arkan Chapel, right? I mean, the mine work would be lovely to see, but unfortunately, players just not the biggest fans of that landmark. Yeah, it is going to be the Arkan Chapel. I mean, it's probably not the best Arkan Chapel positioning. You don't have your deer in there. You don't have your gold. You got the stone, so if you do want to go for that second town center, you are going to get that nice bonus. And you do also have... You definitely have this wood line, and you might have a little bit of this one as well. So, not the worst, but definitely not the best, and you definitely don't get that golden. DeMuslim on the other side, though, going to be aging up with the Mansa Quarry. Not going to be seeing any trade landmark out today. Though, I mean, this trade post location isn't the worst. I mean, sometimes we see it spawn right in the middle, but this one's more towards the corner side. Going up with the Saharan Trade Network right here could be quite nice. Setting up a market in the right-hand side of the map could always work. But I mean, trade, you know, with the Marlians at the moment, it's not the best in H2, especially with the nerfs to trade. 10% trade reduction. We don't actually have any music. I think there's a little bit of a bug when we got Marlians in game where there's no music. Let me switch perspectives. Maybe that changes it. I always like a little bit of background music. The Arkan Chapel and the Mansa Quarry, I think they're going to age up at around pretty much the same time. The Muslim going to be ever so slightly quicker. Did have more villagers on the landmark right there. Probably going to be jumping inside of the Arkan Chapel. And now he's going to be going for some stone. So it looks like DeMuslim... not DeMuslim, sorry, Beasty is looking to go for a second town center. Where could he go for the second town center? Maybe over here on the deer? I doubt he'll go for the back deer. I feel like he may want to go for this spot over here. Or maybe he goes in between the gold and the wood line. Depends what sort of pressure DeMuslim's looking to put on, because he's already dropped down a stable here. And he's actually training up a couple scouts and going into not professional scouts, warrior scouts, which he could follow up with professional scouts. I mean, he's already made 3 scouts. How many has he got on the map right now? Just the 2. Just the 2. But he's grabbing warrior scouts and he's got more in the queue. I think this has got to be for professional scouts. He's dropping down a mill now. I feel like this has got to be professional scouts coming out from DeMuslim. He's doing a little bit of scouting. We'll see that he spots Beasty on the stone. Beasty. He's reacted with the barracks and the spearmen. Spearmen should be enough to... just a couple of these should be enough to deal with the scouts. Where our scout's going to be moving in right there. Not a whole lot of damage, but every little bit counts, and it's going to be enough to where Beasty isn't going to be able to move out all the way over to these deer packs to place his town center, and that's why he's going to be placing it here on the gold mine. Warrior scouts are going to be moving in, but we already have a spearman out for Beasty. And we'll see that he is going to be able to do quite a bit of damage, but DeMuslim, he's going to get a villager here. He commits to it. He's going to lose a scout for it, but that's definitely worth the cost. A villager right there for one scout. 100% worth it. And we see Beasty. He's delayed right now. 3 villagers. Where are they? Where are they going? But nice little delay there for DeMuslim. Takes a villager as well. And here we see DeMuslim is going to be going for that professional scouts. Only a couple seconds away. 8 seconds away. Beasty is following this up with a spearman though. DeMuslim needs to get out of here fast. He's just going to retreat without the carcasses right there. And it looks like Beasty's going to be doing some walling, doing some camping on the deer. DeMuslim really wants to pick up Beasty's deer packs before he picks up his own, because he's got 2 very safe deer packs back in the base. But you really want to capture up your enemies before they start building up, you know, defenses like this wall. Because Beasty's definitely going to want to defend this deer pack. What are these spearmen saying? I'm not sure if you guys heard that, but one of them just went la 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 la. Very random. DeMuslim. He's up to 6 warrior scouts. I think he's got another one here. He's got another couple over here. So he's gonna start to pick up the ones from home now. And now he's just gonna be committing. He's just gonna pick them up and dip. 2 still remain though. One of them doesn't have a deer carcass. Hardened upgrades comes in for Beasty as well. But he's not going to be chasing them down. How much movement speed do these guys have? Can we have a look? So 1.2, 1.22. How much do these guys have? 1.25. So the spearmen are slightly faster. So I mean, they might be able to catch up, but it'll be quite a trek for them. And it looks like DeMuslim, is he looking to go for a fast castle behind this? I think that might be the case. We see him moving out onto the gold now. He's dropped down no more production. He stopped production on this stable as well. The deer carcasses are starting to arrive as well. Also training some cattle here. Interesting choice. He's got the deer coming in, so honestly kind of interesting right there. Oh, ooh, he's building a cattle ranch. Okay. So he's looking to go into a little bit of a cow boom. Going to be dropping off all of the deer carcasses as well. Let's see if he's grabbed... He hasn't grabbed survival techniques quite yet. May want to grab that upgrade. Definitely an important one to grab. I mean, 15% for the deer carcasses. And it's such a cheap upgrade as well. 25 wood, 75 gold. This is a must, even if you're on just the 1 deer pack. And I mean, DeMuslim's got, what, 2 and a bit? 2.5? Over 2.5, in fact. So, I mean, yeah, this upgrade's a must. I'm sure we'll see him pick it up very soon. Does have a few villagers on there. 9 villagers on there for the time being. Going to be picking up the one on the left-hand side as well. DeMuslim looking in a very, very nice position. But you got to remember, Beasty, he's on 2 town centers. Only a few villagers ahead for the time being. But I mean, the extra food source that DeMuslim has right now definitely makes up for it. Because Beasty right now, he's investing heavily into farms. Sure, he's got the Ark and Chapel as well, but not the best Ark and Chapel. We discussed that earlier on. Beasty's completely walled up this other deer pack, so he does have that one at least. But DeMuslim, he's got the gold from the pit mines. He's got some extra food here as well. And he's got very efficient food sources from the deer. Still yet to grab survival techniques. Very surprised by that. Definitely a must. And Beasty grabbing all of his economic upgrades. Both players actually grabbing their economic upgrades right now. Both have wheelbarrow. Beasty going to be grabbing his specialized pick as well as horticulture. DeMuslim's trying his best. He wants to try and nab these deer, but I think it's going to be quite tricky for him to do so with these spearmen here, as well as the walls. But have a look at this, DeMuslim, Aging up now with the grand finale corral. Very interesting. We haven't seen this in a long time, and I think this is going to be down to the nerfs to the Farimba, because this is a good landmark. Don't get me wrong, but the Farimba before the last update, it was absolutely busted. So we never really saw this landmark that much, but it's here now, and we're gonna see DeMuslim make the most of it. Still dropping down more cattle ranches, so this does give nearby cattle an extra 20 food per minute, which is absolutely huge if you think about it. That is a huge food source right there. So DeMuslim, he's going to be very happy when it comes to food. He's got all the deer, he's got the cows around the grand finale corral. So he's going to be looking very happy. But it looks like the rest of the deer are going to be going over to Beasty. He's still got a couple over here, which is just guarding with the spearman. But Beasty, he's edging up himself with the Regnant's Cathedral, playing very greedy here. He's going to be able to get himself at least one relic in the base here, but it's going to be tricky for him to get the other ones. I mean, I've got to say, I think the spawn slightly favors DeMuslim here. I mean, we see that the other 4 relics, they all seem to be slightly positioned towards DeMuslim. And you got to remember, DeMuslim, he's got all of these warrior scouts still, which means prelates can get caught off very quickly by these guys. So the first relic for Beasty going to be very easily secured up. Villager's going to get pulled here for Beasty, just repairing up that wall. Going to be retreating back. Now, what sort of production do we have coming out of DeMuslim? Because he's got a couple stables, couple archery ranges, but not actually producing anything from it quite yet. We see he does have one sofa out. And now he's got a mosque. I mean, I feel like this is a little bit late coming from DeMuslim. You know, when you're up against the Holy Roman Empire, picking up the relics as soon as you possibly can, when you've got to the castle age first, it is really important. But he's doing it now. He wants to get in these other 4. And we see BC. He's wanting to push out. He's got 3 relics here, just sitting ready to try and pick up the relics. The first one's going to be sent out to the one on the right-hand side. Warrior Scout's going to be running around. I think that might be a caught out of position prelate right there. I mean, we see, yeah, DeMuslim just camping a sofa next to this relic. Just splitting up his army everywhere. Just keeping an eye on these relics. We'll take a look at his perspective. Yeah, we see he's got vision on 2. And he knows about this one down here as well. He doesn't know about this one, but I think he will shortly. He's just going to be sending it back. Okay, so Knight's coming out now from Beasty, as well as his veterancy upgrades for the Spearman. So I think this one does go over to Beasty. Yeah, I think he's going to get 3 relics. Beasty looking very decent here. I mean, it just feels a little bit late from DeMuslim with these imams. He's going to be able to get in 2, so I mean 2 against 3, and you got to remember this is Regnants as well, so that's 6 versus 2 relics for Beasty. Beasty's going to be very happy about that, and behind this, he's on 2 town centers. But quite a nice mass from DeMuslim here. Lots of warrior scouts, 4 sofa, 2 archers in there, slowly adding in more archers as well. Prelate gonna get caught off guard here for Beasty on the left-hand side. Knight slow for Beasty on the back line, able to kill a couple villagers here that were out mining. Also, more knights on the front line as well. Beasty getting off some really nice raids here. 4 villagers down for DeMuslim. That's been 5 total kills this game for Beasty. And it looks like DeMuslim is actually going to be able to pick up that 3rd relic. Oh, maybe Beasty gets this one in the back of the base. Well, that's not what I was expecting. I thought this one might go over to Beasty and this one to go over to DeMuslim, but it looks like it's going to be the other way around. Archers following up for DeMuslim though. I'm not sure if this prelate's going to escape. I mean, we've got the army coming back now for DeMuslim. More knights on the front line. Houses going to get dropped down. Looks like some villagers may go down here. Beasty needs to focus down the villagers though. Wallolo going off for Beasty. So this fifth relic is still up for contention. Beasty's army's a little bit far away though, so I think this one does go over to DeMuslim. But right now, DeMuslim, he's focused on the little army at the back here, which he's going to be able to clean up fairly easily. Blacksmith upgrades now coming in for DeMuslim. Beasty finally grabbing a few of his upgrades as well. The wedged rivets upgrade coming in. He's just going to be able to dive underneath that town center without too much of a worry. And I think that may be what he's planning. Going for a little bit of an attack. But I mean, we do see that wedge rivets is going to be very handy up against the 20 archers out of DeMuslim. Now, has he grabbed his poisoned arrow upgrade? He hasn't grabbed the precision training. That's not the upgrade that he needs though. I think he has grabbed it. We'll take a look in just a second. But knights in the base here for Beasty. They are going to be pushed out though. Let's take a look. Okay, yes, they do there. Poisoned arrows are in for DeMuslim. So honestly, his army right now is looking very decent. 13 Sofa, 20 archers. Beasty doesn't have a lot here. I mean, he's got spearmen, but spearmen are just going to get instantly shut down by the archers. And he doesn't have enough horsemen yet to be able to completely stomp over DeMuslim here. His archer mass is just too big, and he's got a nice tanky front line of warrior scouts and sofas. Both players completely countering each other out here with the blacksmith upgrades. Beasty also looking to go into men-at-arms now, grabbing that double-handed attack. Two-handed attack. DeMuslim is fighting underneath the town center right now. He doesn't even have iron undermesh. We can see how much damage that town center is doing right now. Needs to be focusing down the archers, though. That's where they're going to be doing most damage here. And DeMuslim just doing a bit of a dive here with his sofas. But I don't think he's getting that much value here. He's fighting up against veteran spearmen right here. Just an absolute massacre. Just throwing away his army right there. He's trying his best with the archers to get as much value as he can. But the two-town center is plenty of space for these villagers to hop inside. And with DeMuslim not even having iron undermesh, so much damage has just been put onto his army right there. DeMuslim just sort of throwing away his army. He's trying to cause as much of a delay here as possible. But Beasty's going to be able to drop down a keep soon. Got plenty of gold in the bank for all his upgrades as well. It's not really denying a lot here from this front gold. I think he's got one in the back. Yes, he does have one in the back as well. More knights for Beasty, wrapping around the back. And now we see Beasty. He's just going to be able to clean the army of archers. DeMuslim had his opportunity to back out with the archers, but he stayed around too long, and now he's going to face the consequences for it. I don't think he's going to be getting any of these guys home. I mean, knights and men-at-arms here. DeMuslim just sort of throwing away his army. He's still got quite a few sofas here, though. He's got 9. Stonewall's going to be coming down from Beasty now. 5 villagers out there. But Beasty's got to be very happy about that fight. It keeps down as well, grabbing his springled emplacement. But DeMuslim very quick to remass here. Already up to 31 archers. Wow. He's got quite a few archery ranges. Yeah, he's up to 4 archery ranges, 3 stables. Just really massing up Sofa and archers. I mean, if he did throw away his army earlier, I feel like DeMuslim would be in such a good position right now to push into the base. But then again, if you didn't push in earlier, that keep would have come up a lot earlier, and it's a tough one. But DeMuslim's going to need some siege to deal with this. We see stone walls have come up. I think this gets up. Beasty needs to do maybe a little bit of quick walling here, but a little gap in the wall here. It's going to mean DeMuslim can run through. You got to remember, the economy count looks pretty bad for DeMuslim, but he's got the Grand Falani Corral cow boom behind this, as well as all of the pet mines. You've always got to remember that with the Malian economy. But an outpost here with a sprinkled emplacement and a relic. Going to be helping out here. We can just see how much damage this does. Relics and outposts are so underrated. Like, the amount of damage they can pull off. And now we've got a mangonel coming out for BC. DeMuslim needs to be careful here. Yeah, we can see he's just backing off with his archer mass right there. Poisoned arrows. Going to be able to do somewhat decently up against what BC's got here. It's 1 bonus of Malian archers. Oh, huge shot right there. Beasty. Huge shot right there onto the archer mass. And another one. DeMuslim just not paying any attention right here. Spring on placement. Mangonel is just going to be able to clean this one up. Cavalry mass still in the base though. Not causing too much of an issue. We've got Spearmen just following the... We've got a couple Knights in the base as well. But Marley and Archers aren't half bad up against Men-at-Arms and Knights because of that poison attack. Because usually, I mean, making Archers up against the Holy Roman Empire at this point in the game, I mean, that's just asking for a death wish. But luckily, DeMuslim, he's thought about that. He's got the poisoned upgrade. It's poisoned arrow upgrade. And we see he's still massing up Archers and those Sofa. I'm not exactly sure what his plan here is though. Because in the grand scheme of things, he's not causing that much damage to Beastie. Like, sure, he's having to reinvest into army. And he's being annoyed here by this cavalry mass. But his economy is still looking really, really decent. The Archon Chapel boosting up all of the farms. He's ahead by 21 villagers. He's also got the 2 relics in the bank worth the equivalent of 4 relics for the Holy Roman Empire. With that regnance. Another town center now being dropped down for DeMuslim. It's going to be instantly spotted out by Beastie. With that knight there. It looks like Beastie now is thinking about that Imperial Age. We see stacking up a lot of that gold. A lot of the food. And he can afford to do so. He's got the keep here with the relic inside. He's got a couple mangonels out as well. Going to take a little bit for DeMuslim to deal with any of this. And there it is. Palace of Swabia going to be dropped down here for Beastie. A little bit of a surprising landmark, in my opinion. I mean, Beastie already on the 2 town centers. Already got that huge villager advantage. But it looks like he wants to push that further, that forward even more. And we see DeMuslim just going to be doing lots of walling here. Wants to secure up this large gold mine and this smaller one as well on the left-hand side of the map. And there we go. Beastie's reached Imperial Age. This is a really tough one for DeMuslim. I mean, it's going to be so hard for him to push underneath these 2 mangonels. He's got no anti-siege here whatsoever, apart from the Sofa. If DeMuslim can get a wraparound onto those mangonels, he'll be looking in a great position. But, I mean, it's hard. I mean, you got the keep here. You got the outpost as well. Defending this position. Have we got a... Yeah, we do. We have boiling oil in as well. And then the spearmen here as well, which have veterancy upgrades, imperial upgrades coming in now. Nice shot right there by Beastie. And now the Palace of Swabia is going to be pumping out those villagers. Is this really a fight that DeMuslim wants to be taking right now? He's split formations, but still, this cannot possibly be a good fight for him to take. Sofas are in the back line though, but at this point, couple villagers here and there going down for Beastie is not a big deal with that Palace of Swabia up. And it might be a different story if this was the Elsbach Palace, but unfortunately for DeMuslim, it is the Palace of Swabia. Some villagers are going to be going down here though, but those Sofa are going to be going down with them. But have a look at this. What is DeMuslim doing? He's completely walled in Beastie here. Certainly an interesting strategy. Just buying as much time as you possibly can by harassing Beastie's base with the archers and the Sofas to where you can just completely wall up your opponent. And we're going to have to see how this does for him. We see he is stacking up quite a bit of stone, so maybe he's wanting to drop down some keeps on the sacred sides. May possibly be going for the sacred win. Doesn't look like it. Hasn't put the keep on any of the sacred sides. Just going to be securing up some map control, it seems. And DeMuslim's got to be thinking about some sort of castle age now, right? Not castle age, right? Imperial age. The resources, they disagree. I mean, we got more Sofa, more archers in the queue. But Beastie, I mean, he's in a decent position right now. We've got a bombard out coming out as soon as well, which means this wall's going to be going down very, very shortly. with stone walls being nerfed as well, down to 3,000 HP. They were originally at 3,500. So, I mean, that bombard's going to be able to take it down relatively quickly. Mangonel's going to be helping out there as well. Targeting the wrong bit of wall, though. And you got a question, was this worth it for DeMuslim? I mean, he's going to be able to bring his army here, but at the moment, he's just on the sacred site over here. So I really do question his plan here, because we got Beasty's got a wall up here. So DeMuslim's not going to be finding a lot here. And 13 villagers going down for Beasty isn't going to be a big deal, but he saves the villagers anyway. Outpost going to be going down there. Beasty is now out. Elite upgrades in for the spearmen. Mangonels and villagers being pulled. 28 villagers. And he's almost got enough for a keep. He's a little bit short. He's short by 22. Which he'll be very shortly be gathering. And it looks like Beasty's wanting to go for a keep here. Nice position here. You secure up the gold vein, as well as the small one in the back, and also the sacred site. So very nice for Beasty right there. Beasty going to be making sure that this wall does not get finished, or does not get repaired up. Just building that little palisade wall there. Imam going to be going down as well. And DeMuslim still sticking to the castle age here. Banco repairs does come in, which means he's going to be able to repair up his buildings at a great efficiency. It's pretty crazy, Banco repairs. I can't remember the exact statistic, but I mean, you only need like, I don't know, I think it's like 10 villagers and you can survive up against like 5 trebuchets. It's pretty crazy. But Beasty gonna be looking to do a little bit of raiding here with the horsemen underneath this keep. DeMuslim yet to react. So many villagers for him over here. And that's half of his economy right here by this keep. DeMuslim though concentrating on the main fight over here. DeMuslim's got a couple springles out. None out for Beasty, so he should be able to push back these mangonels. The scary problem for DeMuslim right now is when Culverin starts to come out from Beasty. That's when DeMuslim's going to be in some real trouble. With DeMuslim still being stuck in the castle age as well, he doesn't have the roller shutter triggers, which means his springles don't even outrange a Culverin. But I mean, you got to remember the cow boom behind this is absolutely huge. I mean, how many? He's got a full 20 cattle here, and we just see how much food he's gathering right now from that. It's pretty crazy. So despite the economy looking a lot stronger for Beasty, they're relatively even. Beasty a little bit ahead when it comes to the food. But apart from that, both looking very even when it comes to the other resources. And now we've got 4 of the Huntress coming down for DeMuslim. Doesn't really want to be taking a fight upon aging up here, but I mean, a fight like that's definitely worth it. Taking out 2 mangonels of Beasties definitely feels good right there. But where is this landmark coming down? Okay, it's going to be on the left-hand side of the base here. Nice positioning. Bombard going to start to take down this keep. And now the Culverin are out for Beasty. But there's the upgrade. Or the age up. But the question is, do we see the upgrade? Yes, we do. There it is. Roller shutter triggers coming in for DeMuslim. That's a key upgrade right there if you have any chance of dealing with Culverin. Keep here for DeMuslim. Going to be going down though. Just to the one bombard. No villagers here to repair that up. Still just mass archers coming out from DeMuslim here. We do have Imperial upgrades coming in for them. As well as precision training. Increases the range damage of archers by +2. Probably should have grabbed this one earlier. Unless is this an Imperial upgrade? I'm sure that's Castle Age upgrade. But either way, he's going to be grabbing it now. We see Archer's still doing decently well up against these men-at-arms. Mainly because of the poison effect. Look how much poison's on that men-at-arm. But DeMuslim going to be losing a lot of villagers here. Definitely not what he needs right now. Beastie up to almost 150. He's also got 2 sacred sites as well. That's a little bit more of a gold trickle right there. Another keep coming down for him here. Also mining lots of stone. Mass Sofa still out for DeMuslim. He's really not switching composition. I mean, he's stuck to this pretty much the whole game. Manages to wipe up that army right there. Looks like he's gonna be committing underneath this keep. Gonna be running past that boiling oil. Not all the villagers gonna be able to fit inside that keep, so villagers are gonna be going down. But is this really is this really a problem for Beastie? I don't think so. I mean, Palace of Swabia, what can I say? And those Sofa are gonna have to retreat once again. Horsemen in the base of DeMuslim. So I think BC's win condition here it's he could go for a sacred victory. I mean, he's already got 2. Could go for the third one, but for DeMuslim on the other hand, I feel like it's going to be tricky. Maybe if he starts to set up some trade and can go ultra late game up against Beastie, that could possibly work. But he's going to need to pull something off here. We've got Bombards and Culverins making their way in. Sofa now in the base for Beastie. Or in the base of Beastie. But again, DeMuslim, what is his plan here? Because the Palace of Swabia just... I mean, look at that. 17 food in 6 seconds to replace a villager. Taking out 1 or 2 villagers here with your Sofa is not worth it. I mean, you're losing so many resources here by doing this. That's a fight you want to be taking, though. Taking out the Bombards. I think he took out... He did take out a Culverin as well. So very nice from there. You got to remember the Marlians, they also have access to the Culverin. Going to be starting to siege on that keep. May want to bombard here. Culverin not going to be doing too much damage. But still, DeMuslim's sticking to this pure archer composition right here. May want to grab his last couple blacksmith upgrades. We've got biology coming in for him now as well. And now we've got the farm transition coming through from DeMuslim. I mean, his food economy is going to be looking really, really decent. He can't rely off the cattle. And this is something we've been seeing the Malians do a lot. Because they used to go up with the Farimba, we didn't often see them do the cow boom as much. So we used to just see them spam cattle underneath the town center. And then they wouldn't have to spend all this food on, or all this wood on farms. But obviously with the Grand Finale, you have to have max cattle around this. So, well, you don't have to have max cattle. I guess you could, like, you know, have 3 less and then just have those 3 underneath the town center. But I like what DeMuslim's doing here. It's definitely worth having them underneath this landmark. But wall now coming up for DeMuslim. He's going to try get it up at least. Tight buns also coming in for DeMuslim. Getting those nice late game upgrades. But I feel like DeMuslim's got to make something up here. Because what he's doing at the moment is just... it's not working. Setting up a tall outpost over here. But no more along the back, so... I feel like DeMuslim's a little bit lost right now. Not exactly sure what his plan is right here. Boar gonna be chasing down the Culverin right there. Look at it go. Both players just stonewalling up the map right now. Villagers for DeMuslim looking to be put under some pressure. Now we got to talk about who does better here in the ultra late game, because we got 2 relics in for Beastie, so the equivalent of 4. DeMuslim's got 3 relics in, but he's also got the cow boom as well as the pit mines. So honestly, I think if this goes ultra late game, I think DeMuslim will be the winner here. But I mean, Beastyqt is just, he's a late game god, and we all know that. So we're gonna have to see how this does for DeMuslim. The Marlians have access to that cauldron, making them a very nice late game civilization. Question is DeMuslim going to be able to get there? I think he's struggling a little bit on the wood front right now. I mean, we see he's expanded all the way over here. He's going to run out of wood very soon. Beastyqt right now has that map control. Beastie getting great value right here for the horseman. Takes out both Cauldron and the Bombard. And I mean, we just got no anti-cavalry here for DeMuslim. He's just got the pure archer with a few sofa and the siege. I mean, those horsemen just absolutely obliterated everything there for DeMuslim. Not even a few Donzo mixed in. Very surprising out of DeMuslim right there. And we see here, looks like quite a few of the cattle have been killed underneath that Falani corral. Cattle ranches will need to be repaired. The Muslim could always gather from this though. That's a lot of food under there. That's what, 3,000 food? But Beastie right now looking in a great position to push into the base. The Muslim still lacking that siege after he lost it from that little attack from the horseman. I've got to say, it looks... this Fort of the Huntress does not look as intimidating now that it's a regular sized landmark. I think they should have left this landmark the same size as it was before. Because it used to be, what was it, 9 by 9, now it's, what, 7 by 7, I think? Something like that. I'm not exactly sure on the sizes, but it looks a little bit pathetic like this, I'll be honest. But anyway, Beastyqt looking to burn down the cattle ranches here and kill all of the cattle. And that means it's going to be hard for DeMuslim to actually repair or build these cattle ranches back where they are. You can't build them on top of the carcasses. And this is shutting down a lot of the food eco for DeMuslim, and he's still not up to that the same villager count as Beastie. But DeMuslim's going to be able to hold for the time being. And now look at this. Oh yeah, the rams are on the way. Have we got the upgrade in from Beastie? Oh, we do. So the new lightweight beams means that these units are going to be able to build these ratching rams super quickly. These are the new buffed up rams. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty fast. I mean, I think it's like plus 25% build speed, I think, or was it 50%? I think it might have been 50%, you know. But either way, it's extremely quick, and this could work very nicely for Beastie. Very efficient way to take out this Fort of the Huntress. And we see here, the Muslims actually pulled a load of villagers to take care of these these carcasses, because you can't build anything here. I mean, you might be able to build it here, I guess. But oh, where's the sound gone? Oh, I think I've just unplugged my headphones. Okay, I unplugged my headphones by accident. I was wondering why there was no sound. But Beastie under here, keeping his keep alive. The Muslim's trying to get one down of his own. I think he gets it up. I think the Muslim holds this. Yeah, he definitely holds this. His archer mass, absolutely huge. Dropping down a market. Beastie, very aggro market right there. Must be a little bit of a misclick right there. But the Muslim gets up the keep, and he's going to be able to hold this position for the time being. Market, though, for Beastie is going to be going down to the archers, as well as the keep. But we see there the Fort of the Huntress getting taken out so quickly there by Beastie. just with the few rams, it was just the damage coming through from those rams. Just so much damage. Second town center might get taken out for him as well. Lightweight beams is such a good upgrade in these sort of situations. Just the few rams right there, able to do so much damage onto the onto these landmarks. Really like that upgrade. I think it might be a little bit overpowered though in certain situations. And now we've got Musa body gunners coming out from DeMuslim, as well as the archers still. DeMuslim though, I think he may be struggling on the gold front soon though. I don't see any gold from him. I think he's just getting it from the sacred site, the pit mines, and the relics, which I mean still a substantial amount. I don't see any other gold for him apart from this one here, which is about to run out and is under a lot of pressure right now. And Beastie looking so strong here. He's just spamming units into the base of DeMuslim, and we see his resource count as well. Just stacking up so many resources. Doesn't need as many villagers anymore, so he's down to 107, and now he just spams out the units into DeMuslim's base. And DeMuslim, he doesn't have the wood economy anymore. Doesn't have the wood economy. His food economy is in shambles after the cow massacre from Beastie. And now the gold as well, under a lot of pressure. Villagers, lots idle right now. Just running about. Beastie just constantly keeping up the pressure here. Up to 4 bombards for him, 30 horsemen, 48 men-at-arms. DeMuslim going to be losing this keep. The bombard mass, the horseman mass, the men-at-arm mass, just everything's too much for him. DeMuslim though, still sticking in this though. Gotta remember, if this goes ultra late game, DeMuslim is probably going to be the favored one here, purely because of the relic advantage and the pit mines and the cattle boom, which he does need to fix. He does need to fix this, but at the moment, Beastie's looking in a great spot. I mean, like he's got the gold from the regnants and the sacred sites at the moment. Bombard gonna get taken out here for Beastie though. Beastie, now we actually see him struggling on that gold front. And this is what we were talking about earlier. This ultra late game, DeMuslim is gonna have the slight advantage, especially if he looks to set up a little bit of trade as well, which I'm surprised that DeMuslim hasn't started to do. But I mean, under so much pressure, it's understandable. But Beastie, he started trading. How much trade is he getting? Only 75. Okay, not the best, but I mean, it's better than nothing. And at the moment, he's stacking so much of the other resources, so definitely worth it right there. And this sacred site is starting to be decapped right there for Beastie. So maybe looking to finish off this game with a sacred win, or at least put the pressure on for it. Fortress of the Huntress, or Fort of the Huntress, is back up. Bombard going to be taking down that wall once again. And DeMuslim's poisoned arrows able to do so much damage there to the men-at-arms. We've got a few of the gunners in here as well. 5 gunners, Musofadi gunners. Wall gonna get instantly repaired right there. DeMuslim, he knows he needs to keep this alive. I mean, the damage coming through from the bombard right there. Crazy how fast it can take down a wall. Surprisingly, DeMuslim's actually holding in this pretty well. He's able to keep alive this wall here. But I feel like, yeah, Beastie's just slowly pushing forwards with the keeps. Muslim might be able to cancel this one though. Not a huge mass here for Beastie. Huge mass of Sofa and archers, but I think Beastie's just going to commit to it. He's got so many villagers here, and he is able to get it up. He's going to be able to garrison the villagers, boiling oil in as well. Able to do so much damage here. Though we haven't actually seen the little oil drop yet. There it is. But I mean, we got a second keep at the back here as well. I mean, DeMuslim at the moment, we see 3 relics. Oh, wait, did Beastyqt cap? No, all 3 relics are there. I think there's just 2 hidden. Yeah, we can see. I think there's 2 hidden on this one here. But DeMuslim, what is he doing here? He's just sort of chucking away his army once again. He wants to get into the base of Beastyqt. Is that really worth it, though? I mean, I feel like you're just kind of throwing away your army right here. And DeMuslim, look at his food economy. His food economy, wood economy, and gold economy in shambles. And there it is. GG gets called. Beastyqt going to be taking the win here. What a game. DeMuslim, I thought DeMuslim would have had this if this went later on with that cow economy. But obviously, look at that. No cows left in the cattle ranch. Well, if you did enjoy this, please do feel free to leave a like. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.